Good, y'all. Welcome to thehoodnurse.com, where we bridging the gap between the hood and the hospital. For this episode, I got to sit down and chop it up with my man StarChile, a Northwest hip-hop veteran MC turned show promoter who puts on a dope show for show. We gonna talk to him about what he got going on now, his plans for the future, and then he gonna drop a few gems on y'all. Y'all keep it locked. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Matt Hatter, the Hood Nurse. I'm sitting up here chilling, you know what I'm saying, with a Northwest veteran, you know what I'm saying, up here handling business, you know what I'm saying, getting things done out in the hip-hop scene. He an all-around good dude, you know what I mean? It's my pleasure to sit here and introduce to you my man StarChile.
He said all-around good dude. You have to edit that part.
I don't know, man, you know what I'm saying? From what I know about you, you're a pretty good dude.
I try to be alright. Not perfect. I have my flaws.
Word up, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think we all got those, you know what I'm saying? It's just a benefit that you can admit those things.
Well, there is that. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being on the show, man. Word up, you know what I'm saying?
The Hood Nurse.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
For real. So, people, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to ask my man a few questions, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's up with my mans, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, we're going to try and see if he's going to hit you with some a few words of wisdom, you feel me?
Fire away.
Word up, man.
We got time. You got all the questions you want. Shoot.
Word up. So, let's get right into it, bro. What was it that got you, and when was it that got you hooked on hip-hop?
You know, I have this debate because I don't know which songs came out when.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I haven't looked them up. But it's either Davy D's Have You Seen Davy, or yes, I'm dating myself, or Nucleus's Jam on It.
Okay.
It's I don't know which one of those records came out first.
Word.
But I remember, like, I grew up, like, when I was young, I was in Southwest, and then as I got older, I moved to the hood.
Okay.
But my cousins were always in the hood, but I was constantly over there. Like, my auntie, like, you know, basically helped raise me. So I remember being in the hood, and that Davy D record came on, and niggas was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you good?
Oh. Yeah, Nick, no. But, yeah, like, niggas was like, yo, like, this is the hip hop. And then when being out here in Southwest, we used to, like, carry cardboard with us and break to the Jam on It joint. So, but excuse me, I think one of the first records that really was like those records were pivotal, but like I remember hearing EPMD for the first time.
Okay.
And I remember hearing the Beastie Boys for the first time.
Word.
The Paul Revere joint, like, like we was
sure.
like when Paul Revere came out, we were like, yo, and it was just the EPMD joint though. Was interesting because my dad was a DJ.
Okay.
So I heard Zapp's More Bounce before I heard the EPMD joint.
Right.
So when I heard the EPMD joint, I was like, oh, that's the record my dad plays on repeat at the house for hours on top of hours while he drinks and cleans up the crib. And now there's people talking over it. Oh, okay. Because the earlier hip hop, like the Davy D's and all of them, there wasn't a lot of samples.
Right.
So, you know, when the PMD came along and the loops came, and the James Brown loops and all of these other loops, and you were just started, like, you start hearing stuff that, you know, as an 80s baby, you had already heard. Right. It was just the flip. So you were like, it was easy to get into hip hop.
Yep.
Because you were hearing beats and melodies from stuff that you had heard as a little kid.
Right.
And it just re-triggered those memories, and plus it was just funkier because the beat was under it. So I think that's what it was.
Okay. So, like, what was it, you know what I'm saying, that got you started writing then? What was, like, I need to write something now, you know what I mean?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I started off breakdancing. Like,
Okay.
That's, I was a b-boy first. My cousins were b-boys, and then they taught me. And like I remember going on a class field trip to Tryon State Creek Park, and getting kicked out for breakdancing. I just started battling this nigga, and they were like, a bunch of white people were like, what are these kids doing? Like, send them to the bus. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I was on my lead, like, what's up? Just right on the carpet. I'm trying to serve this nigga. They trying to get to the, to the exhibits. And but I didn't start rhyming until high school.
Okay.
And it's the classic, sitting around the cafeteria with the, and just freestyling, and I think it was shortly after that I was like, people were like, okay, these three dudes are better than everybody else.
Word.
And then I was like, all right, so I guess I'll start writing. And then, I slowly went into it. Because mostly I would just battle people and slaughter niggas. Okay, so
it was like more off the top of the head then than writing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, started off freestyling, starting off battling. I'd be on MLK just in the barbershops, letting niggas have it.
Okay.
Like my bigger cousins, Big Nate and them, come to the barbershop. All right, this boy, he said he could get you. And I'd be looking at him like, come on, man. Some dude say some little rhyme, and I'd be like, all right, whatever. And then I just light the ass up. And,
word.
So from there, went into, this was back when, it was the D-boy era. So, for those of y'all that are old enough to know what that is. And so, if you impressed one of the D-boys, then you was golden.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so was kind of how I made my way through, because I was just a little funny dude. Like you only had three options. You had to be the comedian, the gang member, or the basketball player. Well, I mean, y'all can't see, but I'm short. I stopped growing. And I was too afraid of my father to really gangbang.
Word.
So it was, but I always had a sense of humor and wit and a smart ass mouth.
Word.
So I went from the comedian to, the rapper.
Okay, fair enough. That's a pretty good backstory, bro.
So.
Word up. All right, so how did you get into like promoting and producing events?
So in 2001 was when I dropped my first and only album. And like literally, I think it was August or September of 2001. But like that next month, I believe, and again, it was 2001, so dates and months might be a little off. But shortly after that, I had got a phone call from my homegirl who happened to be my pastor's daughter. She worked at Jordan. So she was like, yo, now it was a Monday. She said, what are you doing on Wednesday? I was like, Wednesday? I ain't doing nothing. She's like, okay, we're gonna fly you to Cleveland. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, for what? She was like, well, we want you to host this event. So I had first started hosting parties in, I think, 98.
Okay.
98 or 99. Wasn't even my idea.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't. Like, this is I rarely tell this story, but this is the God honest truth. DJ Reckless comes up to me and he goes, we had been doing like, we were both working at the radio. Actually, he was working at the radio station. I wasn't there yet. But we would like do stuff and he would be like, yo, come get on the mic, And I would just be like messing around, like literally in the spirit of, a busy bee from way back.
Right. Okay.
I'm just emulating what I saw, but using my own personality. So he was like, yo, you should host parties with us. He was with these dudes called the NES DJs, Never Ending Sound, a bunch of Filipino and Asian cats. And they were throwing these parties that were insane.
Word.
Like 500, 600 Asians listening to nothing but hip hop.
Okay.
Like,
Word.
like it was a sight to see.
Okay.
Drinking up all the Hennessy. Like, and don't act like I'm like, y'all Asians love y'all some hen just like black folk do. Y'all know what it is.
For sure.
So he was like, yo, let's do this. And I was like, I don't even, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, bro, y'all playing music. Don't nobody want to hear me talking. So the first time we did it, you know, the reception was kind of like, a few people liked it, but some people like, yo, why does this dude talking? By the time the third show, they was like, yo, when y'all going on? And so,
Okay.
so from, you know, basically 99-ish to 2001 is when I was honing my skills and getting it straight. So when she calls, I'm like, okay, I'm confident in what I can do at that point. Get there, walk in, I see this lady who, you know, eventually becomes my business partner, but she was my boss at the time.
Okay.
You know, beautiful Vietnamese chick, Jordan jersey on, Jordan's on. I'm looking at her like, oh, I'm about to try to holler.
Word.
At this, I need, like, Mom, what's up? Bro, like, after like 10 minutes of her talking, I just wanted to talk to her.
Word.
She was so smart.
Word.
And I was just like, yo, like, I hadn't been around women like that. So it was intriguing.
Okay.
So she was like, basically, she's like, look, you know, here's your copy points. If you do a good job, we'll see you in Chicago on Friday. And I tells her, you might as well book my flight now. Because that's just the kind of nigga I am. So, because I'm thinking to myself, oh, y'all paying me? Y'all done flew me out here? Y'all done got me a room? Like, why would I not do
You know what I'm
this?
saying? Yeah. For sure.
So now I'm sitting here, like, rethinking my entire life because I'm like, do I really want to rap? Like, why don't I just do this?
Word.
Bro, I go upstairs. There's a box in the middle of the room, in my hotel room. And I'm like, okay, crack the box open. It's like 3 pairs of Jordans, sweatsuit, all brand new joints. Like, nobody has these.
Word.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm done. I'm done. We're doing parties. We're doing parties from here on out. I still get to be on stage, so
Right.
I still get that rush.
Right. Right.
I ain't gotta write songs and do all of that. I ain't gotta worry about it.
Hard work is
Hard work's out of here. I just gotta show up and talk and be myself.
Word. You do a good job at that, by the
bro.
way.
10 minutes into the set, she goes, I see you in Chicago on Friday. Ended up doing most of the United States. Came back and I was like, this is what I want to do. And I've been doing it ever since.
Word up. Word up. Dreams do come true. Listen to my mans, you know what I'm saying? It happens in different ways for different people.
Indeed it does.
That's dope. All right, yo. So, what do you got cracking next?
You mean like in 2018?
Yeah. Let's just take it there. You know what I'm saying? Because you already mentioned the White Eagle and Mic Check. You know what I'm saying? What's Storm working on for the future?
Mic Check presents and Soul Clap presents. So Soul Clap is basically the R&B soul version of Mic Check. The presents part of it will be bigger shows.
Okay.
So like Crystal Ballroom style size show. Like in July, I brought music StarChile.
Right.
So to do more stuff like that in 2018.
On that note, you know what I'm saying? What would be some solid words of wisdom? Just quick, brief words of wisdom for the culture today.
Be a good person and be yourself.
Word.
We already have a Jay-Z. Don't be the next, be the first.
Word.
We already have Migos. We don't need another Migos. We need a first, whoever you are, whatever your name is,
Word.
male or female.
Word is bond.
I'd like to see more female artists, rap artists.
Likewise.
You know, Rhapsody is dope. That's a good, solid foundation there. But we need something to offset Nicki and Cardi. Like, that's just, we gotta
do
better.
Word is bond.
So
I feel you.
So that would be it. And make as much money as humanly possible, because you never know what's going to happen.
Real talk. Real talk.
Like, don't try not to live check to check.
That's words of wisdom right there, for sure.
Yeah, try not to do that.
For sure.
And go to the doctor.
Hey.
Hold on, wait. Black people. Nothing against anybody else, but I'm just talking to my people because we are notorious, myself included. Nigga, go to the doctor.
Word is bond.
Twice, just do it twice a year. Go get the checkup. Just get you a doctor with small hands, because if she got them Art Monk gloves, when it come time to check that prostate, you're gonna be mad. So get a woman doctor with small hands. Because if you get a big LeBron-handed nigga back there, you might be some issues.
Yeah, sound like issues.
Yeah, might be some issues. But just go to the doctor. Don't be like, oh, it's nothing, because, man, high blood pressure, hypertension, like, you know, and just take a little bit of that salt out the diet.
Word.
That's all I got.
Word, man. Hey, look, y'all tuned in to the Hood Nurse. This is my boy StarChile, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate that words of wisdom. Y'all keep it locked.
Portland.